Your voice, Summer Magic 89.9. Welcome back to the show, you guys. You are, of course, tuned in to the Magic Pop 30 right here, and it's your afternoon tea girls, counting down your top 30 songs of the week with you. My name is Ashley.
My name is Zoe.
And we are very excited today because we have such a special guest with us today. They are a regular member, of course, of the Magic Pop 30. You guys always vote for and request their songs. Please welcome Alex and Drew from the Chainsmokers. Hi, you guys.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Hi.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
How you doing? And I know, we're happy to be on. We missed you guys.
Oh, miss you too. You guys are so loved here in the Philippines. And of course, everybody is looking forward to you guys coming here, I believe in August of this year, for your World War Joy Asia tour.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, so we can't wait.
Okay, great, fantastic. All right, we're ready to start with the questions. Yes? Can you guys hear okay?
So the one who's been talking is Ashley. My name is Zoe. I just moved mics so you could hear me. You good to go?
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Sorry, Zoe. They know who.
Thanks so much.
Right. Okay.
All right, so again, you guys are coming here for your World War Joy Asia tour. Can you guys tell us a little bit about the tour? And I know World War Joy is also the name of your latest album. So tell us about the album, about the upcoming tour. You know, what's the vibe of the whole thing you guys have got going?
Sure. I guess we'll start with the vibe. So basically, the concept of World War Joy is that, like, you know, Sick Boy kind of was this dark era phase for us, and now we kind of like come out of it, and we're in this like really happy, uplifting, you know, bright future phase. So, you know, we wanted to do this kind of contrasting idea of like, obviously World War sounds really dark, but like a World War of like joy, which is obviously like a, you know, like the complete, you know, antonym of what war is, kind of was like an interesting concept to us because, you know, our shows are like really high energy and crazy and whatever, but we want it to be about like happiness and fun. And we're really excited about all the music that we have coming out on this album. We have some really big songs that are on their way, and actually one new one comes out next week on Friday. I don't know when you guys are planning on airing this, but we're really excited about that. And then even more exciting is that this will be the first time we're ever doing this new live show of ours for anybody ever in the entire world. We've been working on this show for about 6 months now, and we've got another, 3 months before we get over there to the Philippines, and you guys are going to be the first ones to see it. So we're really excited, and we can't think of a place that's better to do something like this for the first time. So I hope they like it.
All right, fantastic. I mean, I know that it's probably a big secret with you guys, but can you tell us a little bit, you know, about this show that we're going to be the first to see? You know, what are some of the surprises we might want to expect, or what have you been working on specifically?
Yeah, so we redesigned our whole stage, and it's a brand new looking stage. The whole show is going to be like live, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be like these insane dance kind of sequences, like DJ-ish sequences. We really wanted to make something more seamless and vibey and fun. I just feel like, you know, DJing is so fun. I mean, we love DJing, but there's like, you lack like an intimacy and a connection with the crowd sometimes, you know, and I think like, you know, performing live, like, you know, like how Shawn Mendes gets to do it and stuff, there's something you get a real connection with the crowd, but sometimes there's a little bit of like energy that's missing. And I think this new show we're doing is like top to bottom custom, like brand new songs that will never even be released. They're like special songs that are only for the live show. Like so much new stuff that, and we're still figuring out a bunch of things too. So I don't even know some of the answers to these questions yet. But it will be ready by the time we get to the Philippines, and it's going to be special.
All right, I'm really glad that Manila is the first stop for this. You know, just as you were describing it, I'm super, super excited, and I can't wait for you to come here. But I'm going to ask you a couple more questions about your musical process. Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it. Ask whatever you want.
Okay, now both of you as a duo, as the Chainsmokers, have come out with worldwide smash hits. Now, I have to ask, do you have a set musical process that you follow? Like, does it start with music, or does it start with lyrics? Tell us about it.
Sure. I mean, the easy answer is it's always different. You know, sometimes it starts with a lyric, sometimes it starts with a story, sometimes our songs start because we're like having a therapy session, you know, about life. And then sometimes it's like, hey, I love this sound, I just found it, you know, I was playing around on my computer or the piano and I found this chord I love, and then we start writing. You know, it's never the same. We always try to get inspired in different ways. You know, sometimes it's like, hey, let's go outside and write this song at the top of a hill. You know, let's go to the beach and write some music. Let's go to your house or my house. And, you know, I think those change they're so impactful on your vibe, and I think that's something that we put a lot of importance into, is like looking for inspiration in different places.
Okay, cool. So, since we are talking about musical process, I think something that you guys are really, really known for is your work with collaboration. You guys have done some amazing work with other artists. Can you tell us a bit about how how do you decide who to collaborate with? Or like, what's the process like when you're working with all these other artists and trying to merge different musical styles, different genres?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great question. I mean, I think that, excuse me, the thing that's, the thing that's most important to us is working with an artist that's authentic. We put so much value in authenticity, and it really doesn't matter to us, whether an artist is super famous or not. It's just like, hey, are they bringing something to this song that feels real? And can we learn something from this artist, and and maybe hopefully learn something from us, and make this song really interesting and bring it to life. And that's something I think we've done a pretty good job with in our collaborations, and we've been really lucky because we've worked with some amazing artists, and and I think that's what we look for most importantly.
That's incredible. Okay, now we've stumbled upon this online, where you described your music as blurring the lines among indie, pop music, dance music, and hip hop. Now that's a combination of genres, like you said, with countless artists in the mix. Now I have to ask, who would you say is your biggest musical influence?
Oof, man. So hard. I think that, like, I would have to say either someone like Kanye West has been such an important figure to us, because this is a guy that started out as a producer, that became a rapper, that changed his genre of music forever, and other genres of music, and he keeps reinventing himself, but is still true to the essence of who he is. And I think that is such an important quality in an artist. And I'm not going to say that like we try to make music like Kanye West, but we definitely try to be artists like him. And I think that's something we always try to remember when we're working.
Okay, so you did mention that one thing you guys like about Kanye is that he's constantly reinventing himself. So with that being said, I mean, how do you see your music sort of developing and reinventing itself as well in the next few years, especially because considering, how much it already has developed from Selfie onwards? How has it developed, and how do you see it developing more in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think that as we become more confident and more, and just better producers, better singers, better songwriters, you have more freedom, because you're comfortable making, doing things that you're not used to doing. And those are the things that are most exciting. I think that those decisions and what they'll be will become more clear when we get to that point in our career. But, we've already talked about the next album and how we want to do something totally different. If you look at Sick Boy versus Memories Do Not Open, Memories Do Not Open is like an album about like teenage nostalgia and romance. Sick Boy is about like millennial narcissism and a lot of important things that we went through. World War Joy is kind of about like growing up from those feelings, and Drew always talked about how he was kind of depressed during the Sick Boy era, and now he's not, and he's like and the music's in a totally different place now. So like all those things kind of factor in.
All right, I like how your albums kind of tell a story. So it's like where you're growing up with your audience, you're growing up with all your fans. I do have to ask, if there's someone that you would wish you could collaborate with, like a dream collaboration of some sorts, for this next new album, or whether it's for new music in the future?
There's a bunch of people now.
Okay.
There's I don't know if you're familiar with them, Blackpink. We're huge fans of theirs.
Of course.
There's this artist.
A lot of people are going to be happy about that.
Yeah, we love them. Rosalia, she's amazing. She's a Spanish artist. We love 1975. I don't think they work with us, but they're incredible. Donald Glover, Childish Gambino. Just an artist that like they're pushing the genre and what they're doing and doing really exciting stuff. Obviously, Ed Sheeran would be really fun.
All right, cool. We did mention earlier, of course, you guys are a regular member on our daily and weekly countdowns here at the radio station. Everybody loves your music, and right now, one of the songs that you guys have that's getting a lot of votes is your single with Dolla Sign and Bolo, "Do You Mean?" Can you tell us a little bit about the single itself? You know, the story behind it, or the inspiration, that kind of thing.
Sure. I mean, first of all, that's really cool to hear that you guys are liking that song. So that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, Dolla Sign is like, he's one of our favorite artists. He's like a chameleon. You know what I mean? This guy could work in pop music. He can be in hip hop. He can be in rock and roll. He's so talented. He can play any instrument. He has a great voice. He's a great writer. And we've always wanted to work with him. So, you know, he came over one day and we had this beat and this hook, the do you mean what you say? And he was like, yo, this is sick. Let me get in the booth. And he just started like kind of going crazy. And he wrote these great lyrics in addition to what we had. And then we were like, oh, it'd be so sick if we could add Below to the song. She's this amazing, talented Canadian artist. So we hit her up and we're like, hey, we got this space in the song. We'd love you to write a verse. You know, she's such a good, talented writer. And, you know, the song is a conversation between like a guy and a girl. But, you know, it's really about a vibe that you get, you know, in a relationship. And, you know, and I think when you put it on, like, you obviously can listen to the lyrics and they're very pointed, but at the end of the day, it's just a kind of feel-good song.
All right. Thank you so much, Alex, for taking the time to talk to us and call us up. We really, really appreciate it.
We love you. Thank you guys so much for having us on.
We love you. Thank you guys so much. Again, the Chainsmokers are coming to Manila on August 15, 2019 for their World War Joy Asia tour at the Mall of Asia Arena. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that one. It's going to be an exciting show.
Thanks again, Alex.
See you there.
See you.
See you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.